The white supremacist lives his or her life in grand delusion. They are maintaining their system by falsehood and outright lies. I've told you this many, many times before. Case in point, we have Matt Walsh. He is one of the hosts on the Daily Wire. I want you to hear a 30-second clip of what he said about colonization, because a lot of y'all really think that these people really have some sort of moral compass about themselves, and they don't. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Colonization was a good thing they did. The conquest and colonization and settling of this land was overall a good and noble and courageous thing. It is good that it happened, and we should be grateful for it. The people who came here and claimed this land were heroes. It was heroic. And they were heroes not because of the other good stuff, but because they came and claimed it.
As you heard, he said it with a straight face that colonization was good. Them coming over to this land was a good thing. Them slaughtering the Native Americans was good. Them abusing them were good. It was great to enslave our ancestors for 250 plus years. It was also great for them to be pedos and violators of women, men, and children. It was also great for them to steal resources. It was also great for them to put us in Jim Crow. It was great for them to steal our land. The Ku Klux Klan, they was great too. They was the necessary because they had to keep the black people in line. I mean, everything that happened to us, the reason why these people get so upset when we talk about reparations is because they feel everything they did was good or a necessary thing for them to have something. And when you live on that kind of lie and falsehood, the reason why they hate the black man and woman of America and also throughout the world is because we have been the truth tellers and the truth bearers of who they really are. Listen, they don't want us to tell nobody who they really are. That's why when they tell immigrants that come into this country, they tell them what? Stay away from them black Americans. Why? Because the black American is the truth teller. They gonna tell you if they screwing you with a job. The black American gonna tell you if who they really are. The black American gonna say, look, here's a mirror to put up to them when they try to tell you anything. See, they don't want us to tell nobody who they are. They don't want to even history out there, because if history even be out there, then they have to deal with the truth. Because remember, white supremacy is built off of lies and falsehoods. And you know, any of you have been in any kind of situation where you wasn't telling the truth on something. You know how hard it is to maintain a lie. Some of you maybe in the past, in your younger years, maybe was cheating in a relationship. And it was hard to maintain that, because when you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie to cover up another lie and another lie and another lie. It's better for you to tell the truth and live your truth than it is to lie all the time. This is why these people got to go to great lengths. They politicians got to go to great lengths to keep the lie going. Nothing they have done or contributed has been good at all, because the few people who have done good things, the evil cancels that out. This is why countries throughout the world right now are starting to band together against them, because they are sick and tired of their crap. They're sick and tired of their hypocrisy. They're sick and tired of their lies that they so much better. They some sort of Christian, and they cannot even follow one law in the 10 Commandments. If you can follow the 10 Commandments, which is so basic, don't steal from nobody, which they can't stop doing that. Don't kill people. Don't bear false witness. Don't covet your neighbor's property. Simple things they cannot follow. You understand? But they want to walk around with their finger and talk about democracy, and they not even willing democracy even in their own so-called homeland that they stole. But, you know, hey, they didn't steal anything. They discovered it. You understand what I'm saying? See, they get mad when you talk about, I'm not celebrating no Christopher Columbus. I ain't celebrating that devil. Well, hey, that's wrong. He discovered America. How you discover a place was already here? How you discover a place where they had people already all in the land? You didn't discover anything. And you didn't even get over here until you got the maps from the Moors. You couldn't even get over here on your own. You didn't build anything on your own, because even to this day, you still not maintaining America on your own. Because what are you doing? When the black man and woman, you had them enslaved to maintain America and build America. And now today, because the black man and woman saying, I'm not being your slave no more. I don't even want to work for you. F you and your job. I want to work for myself. Then you go get an immigrant when you had a hand in their country, bringing their country down. In Latin America, the continent of Africa, the Caribbean, and anywhere else these people are coming from. Your hands is somewhere causing problems where them people got to leave their lands to come up here thinking they're going to have a shot. The only thing you're going to give them is a slave wage job. In their country, they may only make $2 a day, but they come up here, get a $7 an hour job, thinking they hit the big time. Now, when they come up here and do that, they hurt actually the people that live here, because when people here know their worth and tell you what their worth are, you just go bring in an immigrant, and it's all a system that you're playing because you're wicked. It's complete, and they don't feel that they're wicked either, brothers and sisters. They don't feel that. They feel, like he said, everything they do is a good thing. What the police did to George Floyd, hey, that's a good thing. Why? Because it keeps you black people in line. You understand? They really believe the police are there to keep black people in line. The Second Amendment was about keeping black people in line. It wasn't about no tyrannical government. The Second Amendment, when that came in, and when they started pushing that around 1791 or so, what was going on? It wasn't a tyrannical government. It's when the Haitian Revolution actually got started off. And they did not want that spirit from Haiti to be over here, because some of the Haitians were brought here as slaves when they was escaping, when all that stuff was jumping off. You understand? The Second Amendment, what it really was about for them was the federal government couldn't get to them in time. So they want their own militias where they can protect themselves, regulated by the states. So there was always about trying to keep black people in line. This is why they would never have true gun control in this country. Never have it. Bill O'Reilly said it a long time ago that their Second Amendment, and even what happens out of it, that's horrible things, is a price you got to pay for freedom. This is their wicked mind. They constantly having terror attacks in schools. That's what it is. And they could, with a stroke of a pen, end it. They can end all of it. And they will not do it because they fear black people, and they want to make sure they can have a way to possibly keep black people back in line. You understand what I'm saying? They live their life in fear of what we gonna do, or possibly what we're gonna do, even though we haven't said we want to do anything. But so you're living off of lies and falsehoods, and they're living with that fear in the back of their mind because they know what they do to me and you. When we talk about reparations, it gets on their nerves because they know they owe it. It's like we're like a bill collector to them. You know how a bill collector, you know you owe that payment, and the bill collector sending you letters. The bill collector calling you, get on your nerves. Man, you probably want to block them. You probably want to avoid the letters. You want to do it, but you know you owe them. They put it on your credit report. They do everything. You know you owe that debt. You're not getting away from it. You owe it. And that's what it is with them right now. They know the debt is owed for what they done to us, because they stole our land that our ancestors had bought right out. They stole the farmland from many black people. They stole inventions. They stole different patents. They stole everything they have. This is why I don't look at them as a group and say, wow, man, I would love to be just like them. I don't want to be like that, because I look up to people who's honorable. I look up people that build things on their own, who got it out the mud. That's the kind of people that inspires me. People don't inspire me when you have to lie to yourself all the time thinking that you're a good person. You don't inspire me when you have a system built to cheat all the time. The whole system built for them to cheat. They do not know how to compete. Every time they get put in a position where they have to compete on the equal level, especially with black people, they lose. This is why they always want to make sure that the system is unequal. So they got to tell themselves that they got to put out propaganda like that video about themselves to keep reassuring themselves with lies. They got to have DeSantis basically trying to burn the books, but it don't work because you're not in control of information like you used to be. People will tell the truth, put out the history. The more you try to hide it, the more it comes out. We live in the information age. But all we have, brothers and sisters, is the truth. And the scriptures teach knowing the truth, not just the truth, but knowing the truth is what sets you free. And we free because we have the truth on our side. We got God on our side. We did not make a covenant with Satan like the white supremacists did. So you make a covenant with Satan, you got to live by lies. You got to live by cheating. You got to live by taking people's life, taking people's resources. You got to live like that because you're in league with Satan. See, when you're in league with the Lord, you don't have to steal from people. You don't have to harm nobody. You don't have to do anything. You can just live your truth and still be blessed at the end of the day. And listen, everything that has happened to us in this land, even though we're dealing with a demonic entity, we are still progressing in spite of. We are still rising in spite of. They even had a global pandemic show up. And even after that, we're coming out of that better than before. Even during that time, black people created more businesses than any other group. And then what did the devil do? The devil, Joe Biden and them. What did they do? Well, we're going to put a law. Well, you make $600 or more on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You got to report it to the IRS. That's just like the devil, right? When black people figure out a way to not work for them and start providing for themselves, they make it just as much harder. Because before it used to be $20,000. This is why I tell you, black people, with the Democrat Party, I tell you, they are not your friend. They want to keep you on Section 8. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you on food stamps. They are not for the progression of black people. And I'm not saying the Republicans are for the progression of black people, but black people who are entrepreneurs, black people who are trying to get themselves out the mud, Republican policies are better for black people who's doing that. You understand? Both of them racist, both of them, Republicans and Democrats. They are both white supremacists. So let's establish that. But if you are a black business owner or you just starting your business, Republican policy is going to work out better for you. Because at the end of the day, it's about getting our depending on ourselves and doing for self, right? Because when you look at the Democrat Party, all they want you to do is be stuck on a system. We done voted for these people 50 plus years. And look at what we do. We still got Section 8. We still got welfare food stamps. We are not performing the way we should perform like our ancestors performed. Our ancestors didn't have no welfare and food stamps. They weren't no legacy Section 8 members. I'm all for cutting all that mess off because I know the greatness of black people. And unfortunately, some of our people believe in the lies these people told to you. Unfortunately, you accepted the lies of the devil. You have drunk the lie of Satan. A lot of you have. That's why you think it's okay to be on welfare and food stamps all your life. That's why it's okay for you to be lazy. It's why it's okay for you to be out here committing crimes and harming black people and give an excuse for it. That's why I call for a great separation in our community, because we need to separate from those who are grafted themselves in with the devil in our own community. But to those of us who get it, to those of us who say, I'm not working for these people, I'm not begging these people to go take a vacation. I'm not begging these people if I need to go spend time with my child. I work for myself, and then I do what I got to do for self. But even though the devil trying to make it harder on you, we still going to get past that either. We'll get past all that. See how they lied to you? Well, if you make $400,000, you will have nothing to worry about. Well, sound like $600 is a lot less than $400,000, right? But this is what happens when a lot of you put your trust in the system that the devil has created. Because black people, you have been wrong for a long time. We need to vote for ideals that benefit our community, not a party. And you know good and well what that party promotes, the one that most of you vote for, you know, that party does not even go with our cultural ideals. It doesn't go with our beliefs and what they push. You look all the mess they pushing. Look what they're trying to push in African countries. The majority of you don't agree with it. I know you don't, because when African countries stand up against it, you're applauding it. You saying right on. I support that. The majority of you saying it. So don't tell me that all of a sudden with that party you support that or you overlook that. No, that's part of that party. And we got to focus on. I mean, if you want to be serious for real, we need to not go into the abyss with the lies of what they got going on. We need to focus on, as we continue to focus, empowering ourselves by doing for ourselves. And anybody that's telling you that black empowerment and empowerment is about empowering yourself, your family, your community around you, anybody telling you that that's wrong and all that black empowerment, they are an idiot. And they believe in they can go be with Massa. Tell them that. Just go with Massa and beg them for crumbs off their table. They love for you to be in that position. Because I've heard a few people talk like that, you know, and just be against black empowerment. Like, how are you against empowering the black community? How? So we supposed to be begging these people to go get an education, go get a degree, and either a white person show up that has no education, get a job over us, or they go get an immigrant that just crossed the border because they can get them to do the job for no money because they don't want to pay us the right. No. The only way we're going to get what we worth is working for ourselves and doing for self. That's it. And anybody that's against that, they're an idiot. And you can tell them I said it. You're an idiot. I will never tell black people to just go work for these people all your life because they don't honor you. And I'm gonna do a live stream about that on the African diaspora, probably Sunday, about how they don't value you. But let me know what y'all think about what this guy says here, because like I said, this is how the majority of them think now. Even them liberals, they may not come out and say what he said in this manner, but in the end, in their actions, they agree with him. They do not want this system to end at all. This is why they're fighting like hell to maintain it.